Hey everyone, this is Mike, and we're back. It is time for game turn 3, fall 1914, and of Paths of Glory. I'm looking to play maybe 2 to 3 turns this session, depending on how long they go. So let's get started. As a reminder, we are using the the optional cards. So at the start of turn 3, neither the allies nor the central powers are limited war. So let's get started. So just consulting our player aids. First up, we're going to roll for mandated offensive. So Germany, they get none, and the Allies, they get Italians, which convert to none. So let's check out our hands. Okay. Okay, so if we are defending in a mountain space, we'll have our severe weather card. And we did draw Putnik again. We do have Cleave. We'd like to get that one kicked out of the deck. I want to try and play. Well, we definitely have to play Blockade. It would be nice to play that second. The second a British reinforcement card, but we'll see what happens. Alright, and the Central Powers. So they will need to play Oberost. Because or I mean they could play Falkenhayn for the event and the war status. That might be better to do. So let's start off by taking the German reinforcement card. So, and we'll send army. Let's send it to I don't want to send it to Breslau. It's kind of tough. Kind of tough. All right. Let's send it to Essen. See if we can put some more pressure on the allies. So the allies, what do we want to do? Well, let's get to war status 4 right away. We want to play this turn. Or next turn. I mean, we can hold it. Let's just play it now. Okay. They're at war status 5. Okay, so back to the Central Powers. Central Powers will play Sud Army for operations. So we're going to move here. Hey, cat. Come here, kitty cat. My cat has come to help me. Come here, kitty cat. We'll attack there. Hey. Here comes a special girl. Say hello. Oh, she said hello. Right. And let's see. I'll tell you what, we're going to play severe weather instead because I just have these two ops for right now. So play that for operations. We're going to move 1, 2, 3. And then over here, we're going to do an attack. And that is going to be automatic. And core can't do anything to stop it. We will advance. Now this puts Belgrade in a spot of trouble. What will the Allies do? We've got 15 factors to 5 here. We've got 4. This would count as this. I think you could activate this for 2 ops, one for the Belgian and one for the Brits. Get 7. Gets 5. It would be 2 ops since they're outside of Belgium and the Netherlands. So otherwise it would just be leave. Damn. Let's play entrench. And let's give these guys in Chateau Thierry a trench. Back to the Central Powers. We're going to play Oberost for the event. Make sure we get to war status 4. Back to the Allies. Alright. Let's play this 2 card for operations. VPs are now 12. I kind of want to entrench, but I don't know if you can hear this or not, but my cat's purring like crazy and she's sitting on my mouse hand. I can't grab my rules. Yep. That was her getting mad that I was moving. Armies entrenched. Yep, equal to its loss factor. So, Central Powers. Let's try and entrench in these 2 mountain spaces So this one in the top here, we get it. And then Munkax. That one we miss. We have one last move we can make. And we are going to attack this Russian unit here. The allies are going to play Cleave because they want that out of their hand. Okay, so German roll and the Allied roll +1. The Germans rolled a 6 on the 5, which does 5 factors. And the Russians rolled a 5 on the 4, which is 4. So they flip twice, and then this flips once. So they got a pretty good result. And there are no remaining full strength units. So no retreat is required. But it was a good attack. So we go back to the Allies, and we have 3 rounds left to play. We have a French army and a Russian army in the eliminated box. We have Austrian-Hungarian hordes barreling down on Belgrade. Might want to play a replacement card. But instead, we're going to attack 6, 9 against this 4 here. And that will be shifted to 6 to 8 versus 4. And the Central Powers, see, they have this combat card, but it's kind of like, that's a 3 card, and it's nice to keep around. So we won't spend it. So 6 to 8, they get a big result. And the Austrian-Hungarians, just a terrible result. Dying Empire, that's what happens. Okay. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we had a 4 and rolled a 1. That's 2. Okay. Okay. Pretty good for the Russians. All right. The Germans are gonna play 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. They're gonna play their big 4 card because they can spend all of that for replacements. Now the allies, they only have 2 left, so if they want to play a replacement card, so the way I see it, they have 3 options. They can press their gains and take Cluj and threaten Drebicene, and really just kind of unhinging the Austrian-Hungarians. They could play a reinforcement card, and they can play a replacement card. They can do 2 of the 3. They can do 2 of the 3. So let's think about the priorities. Russians have taken some losses. Yeah, I mean, we gotta try. We gotta try and keep pace, so let's play this for replacements. We'll spend this in our last. Okay. So it's essential powers, and they cannot. Hey, sweetheart. They cannot play another replacement card. So we could do is we could let's see. That's a 5. So that would be 10. And the trend shifts us down to 6 to 8 and them up to 6 to 8. So it would be even. Oh, and actually if we threw this one at it too, it would be 5, 8, 10, 15. Shifted down 1. 12 to 14 versus 6 to 8. Let's do that. 12 to 14 and 6 to 8. 12 to 14, 6 to 8. Okay, could have been worse. So they get a 4. It's 4-4. So we have to eliminate this army so we can satisfy as much of the lost number as possible. And for that reason, we flip that and flip that. The allies have 10 against 9 here. Do we want to try and risk an attack? We could put some decent damage on them. Yeah. Let's try it. Okay. All right. So what I say? 6, 9, 10 to 7. So 9 to 11, the 6 to 8. So German roll, Allied roll. So the German is 6 to 8. They rolled a 5, and the Allies are 9 to 11. They got a 4. That's another 5. 5 each. This can only fulfill 4. Okay. All right. So that is the end of the round. So let's just go through Sequence of play, war commitment levels. So let's mix in our new cards. So discards, reshuffle, limited war, add deck. And then over here, add to deck, reshuffle. Okay, so German replacement points. So we have 3 German points. We'll go 1, and then we'll recreate this army for 3. And then we have 2 Austrian-Hungarian. And they will go to Budapest. And then we have 2 Russian. We'll bring them back here. We have 1 Brit. We can flip this guy here. Okay, and we have 1 French. So let's recreate an army and send it to Paris. All right. So that's the end of the turn. We will advance the turn marker to turn 4, and it is the winter turn. And both sides have reached limited war. So the Turkish front is activated. So let's see. I could have sworn that Turkish units started in Sinai. Could have sworn. Anyway, that'll be something to take care of pretty quickly. All right. So here we go. We're gonna discard. We're gonna discard these. Or actually, can you? Let me double check something that I forget. Combat event cards are the only ones that may be discarded. Yeah, so we'll discard that one. And we will draw 7. And yeah. Okay, and then the allied powers draw 7. All right. Let's do a little bit of SR. All right. So we're going to SR this unit in Ankara. We're going to send it to Sinai. And we will send this one in Damascus to Sinai. Let's see. All right, allies. All right, so we're going to play French reinforcement card. Good, that really helps stabilize our position. We're going to play an Austrian-Hungarian reinforcement card, because we definitely need that. Now the allies. See. Let's see if we can attack Crimsel. All right, we'll attack here, here, and this space will be the pinning space for our flank attack. And let me just make sure that forts don't prevent flank attacks. Okay. The defending space is not swamp or mountain. It's not, does not contain a trench marker, and is not an unoccupied. It's an occupied fort. So I guess you can't link attack an empty fort. All right, so let's roll our flank attack. Okay. And it goes through. So we have 3, 4, 7, 10, 12. I forgot, do we have any combat cards? We don't. 12. 3 on the 12 is 5. And then we fire back on the core/fort table at a 3. Pretty poor result. We do 2. We're going to choose to eliminate this core. So, can we cancel a retreat? can't cancel a retreat for the fort. So the fort does become besieged if we advance. We'll advance these two. All right. That gives the Central Powers something to do. Right? So let's play this for operations. So first we're gonna go 1. Stick 1 here. And the other here. And then we are going to attempt to take Belgrade. So the Allies still have Putnik, so they will play Putnik. Alright, so we have 7 to 3 plus 1. So 7, 3 plus 1, 4. Alright. So 3, and then 3. So it's 3 each. Okay. Alright, back to the Allies. Now, this is 7. Let's activate for operations. And you know what? We will probably just do a 1-op. And let's see if we can destroy the fort. Just looking up besieging. All right. So, 6 on the army. And that is going to be a 5. That fort is destroyed. Okay. So I called for a 1-op. Okay. Central Powers. We're gonna play this for RPs. Back to the Allies. Let's play this for the event. We'll take that nice looking army. Okay. We'll do this for operations. So we're going to try and take Belgrade again. And we're going to move this army 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're going to withhold the core just so we don't have to take a loss if we can avoid it. So we're rolling on the 6, and the allies are rolling on the 2. Alright, so the allies on the 2 roll a 1, which means they do no damage to us, and us rolling on the 6, we get a 3, which is 4. That is eliminated, and that is eliminated. Means that we can advance. I really wanted to free up this army so we can send it against the Russians. So, all right, the Allies. What are you gonna do? Let's reinforce the Western Front because we see a bad situation developing. So we'll move 2 into there. And let's move these Russians 1, 2, 3. All right. Last round for the German. We could play a reinforcement card, or we could play a replacement card. Now, let's see. How many replacements do we have to spend? 4 here. And then 5, 6 for the Austrian Hungarians to get them to full strength. 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 to get the Germans to full strength, and right now they have 3 to spend. We only have 2 Austrian Hungarian to spend. Alright, let's play the German reinforcement card. This time, we will be going to Breslau. Okay. And then the Allies. Ah, crap. I forgot to roll mandated offensives. It's okay. We'll do 2 mandated offensives next turn. Because that's how we roll. Alright. They're kind of in a spot. Kind of need some replacements, but also yeah, I guess we might as well spend replacements. I don't want to waste too many since we only can spend French and Russian. So we'll play we'll play this Phosgene gas one. Alright. So that's the end of the turn. So we have a siege phase. So let's roll for Belgrade. And the Belgrade fort falls. We're back to 12 victory points, although we won't be there for very long. And then we go no victory points, no automatic victory, no armistice, war commitments not changing. Then we go to replacements. And actually the Allies go first, even though in my experience totally matter. And the reason I say it doesn't totally matter is because usually you have a pretty good idea of what your opponent's going to do. At least I do. Well, my opponent's myself, so I definitely know what I'm going to do, but like when I play against someone else, you know what I mean. Alright, so we get to bring 2 armies back on reduced. And that's what I want to do, and then build them up. Okay. That is everything. So we can advance the turn. And the turn marker advances, and we need to bump this down. Okay. Yeah, okay. So it did play our blockade for us. That's good. All right. So let's do one more turn for tonight. And then we'll roll Central Powers. We'll do 2 mandated offensives. So Austria-Hungary has to do 2 attacks. And the Allies, French, and the Italians. Okay. So let's draw 6 cards. Okay. You know what? I didn't spend my German replacement points. How many did they have? They had 3. I played a 4 card. All right, that's better. Okay. Play Zeppelin raids for replacements. We'll get that done at the start of our turn this time. Okay. Romania. We could bring in Romania if we wanted to. Doesn't really do anything for us at this moment. Okay. Don't really have any good reinforcements. Hmm. All right. Man, I don't know what to do. All right. Let's try and get some trenches down. So we'll play this Italian reinforcement card, and let's try and entrench in Ivangorod. No. Do the Russians get the -1 for missing a trench roll? The Russians. I'm sorry if that was annoying. Da, da, da. Trenches. Come on. Come on. I know you're in here. The dulcet tones of me flipping through the rule book. Okay, finally. 11.2. German, British, French, or Italian. Not Russian. So, no benefit there. Then let's try Primsel. Primsel, they do get a trench in Primsel. And then let's do Stanislaw. Stanislaw, they miss. All right, Central Powers. Right. Let's play Tsar takes command for ops. So we are going to move 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we are going to move 1, 2. Okay. All right. Now what do we do? Still have to make our French mandated offensive. So let's do, we can do 12, 5. Let's see. And figuring discretion is the better part of valor, we will play withdrawal. All right. So allies, German. So 12, 4 on the 12 is a 5. All right. Defending units negate 1 loss and causes any retreat, cancels any retreat. The 12.6. I do have to go back one space. So put us in a little bit of a stronger position. So we rolled 3, so they have to flip an army. Flip this one here. Anything we put there is liable to get its nose swatted. So we will not advance, but our MO is done. All right. Do some ops with the Germans and Austrian Hungarians. So we will attack here and here against these mountain units. We will omit the core. And we will also do an attack here against Lomza. We'll roll Lomza first. So Army Fire Table 5, a 2 is a 3, which that's going to eliminate that, and that's going to destroy the fort. We could advance, but we won't. We don't want to get into any sort of trouble. And then 6, 9 against the mountain. And can we flank into a mountain? No. Do the allies have any combat cards they can play? No. So 9 shifted down to 6 to 8. We rolled a 4, which is 5, and a 3. Very lucky. We get a 1, which causes no losses to 4. So that army is eliminated. It has to retreat 1, 2 spaces. Now we can advance. So one of our mandated offensives is taken care of. All right. Now the Allied powers. Our MO is done. We have issues. All right, issues. What do we do? Let's see if we can get play Romania for replacements. It's a nice big one. Central Powers. Let's do a little bit of do a little SR. Maul is a card I really like hanging on to. Alright. So we'll send a core here. And we will send a, let's send 2 cores there. All right. Well, let's try and get some trenches. So let's do Ivanagrad. No. And Stanislaw. Okay, no. That's not good. Alright. So we have 2 card plays left. And we have a pretty healthy amount of replacement points out there. We still want to make another attack with the Austrian-Hungarians. So here's what we'll do. We're going to end up playing Kamal. Right? Yes, Kamal. Alright, and we will attack here, and here, and here. Okay? So the Austrian-Hungarians, we're going to omit the core again to try and mitigate our losses. And we're going to attempt a flank attack. So flank attack die roll. We nail it. So we're rolling on a 9. 4 on the 9 is 5. Eliminated. Okay. And they fire back on the 4. They roll a 2. Means that we do take a single army loss. And they have to retreat twice. We'll go 1, 2, 1, 2. We're happy to avoid advancing because we don't want to get stroked by 10 factors here. And then here, we're going to go 9. That's 4. And then 4 firing back. 3. So we'll flip the army. And this army is eliminated. And it has to retreat 1, 2 spaces. And just like that, the Russians are in a good spot of trouble. We have 6, 7, 8. So I think we're going to play another replacement card. All right. I think I will hold both of these. I think I will do a 1-up move, and we will attack Ivanograd, and that will be automatic, so we will destroy the fort. Alright, last move to the Allies. The French have 4 replacements, they have 3, 4 they can spend. They only have 1 Russian corps. They'll be able to put some more in there, but you don't want to really run out of those. God, they're in trouble. They didn't get any of their reinforcement cards. They're in trouble. So I am gonna try. Goodness. Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I guess let's. All right. We will take a 1-up. And we will move this British army into the swamp. Okay. We're gonna discard that one. And Germans will hold on to their cards. Alright, so that is turn 5, spring 1915. So let's take care of our sieges. We don't have any. War status, we're good. Let's spend our replacements. So allies have 6 Russian. So we have to send these 2 to the reserve box. That's 2. So let's reconstruct. And that would be 4. And we can bring both of these back reduced for 5 and 6. We'll send them to Petrograd. British have 4, but fortunately those are pretty much dead. 2, 3, 4. 3 German. Which we end up wasting half of 1. And then 2 Austrian-Hungarian. We'll flip these. And then we have 1 allied, so we can repair the Belgians. We have 1 Turkish, but we have not sustained any Turkish loss. Alright. So let's advance the turn. We are set up for turn 6. Let's get our cards. Walter Rathnow. War in Africa. And we'll do the same for the Allies. Salonika. Lusitania. Lusitania will definitely want to try and play. We'll definitely want to play Walter Rath now, because we don't want to fall behind in the war status game. We don't want to let the Allies get to total war more than, say, a turn before us, but we don't have neither player. Well, the Germans don't have any reinforcement cards. The Allies have the Russian reinforcement card for the Near East map. They have their Russian army card. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and we will be back soon.